capping back. Bankroll mama, we know it did. We cashing out, we bagging that. Stacking up the zeros. Certified neighborhood hero. You can try one of those. Better not try with me though. Hey.
Bring it in. Roll it down by 2. We're gonna go out here, run this play for the win. Let's go get it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The Panthers kicker, Graham Gano, set and ready to go as we are off from Charlotte. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now a first down throw, gone. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Gurley had a touchdown last week against the Packers, so that extends his streak. It's now 11 straight regular season games that he has scored, and he has 15 scores on the year.
And that ties the club record set by one of the best names in NFL history, Elroy Crazy Legs Hirsch. I love that name.
And Todd Gurley leads the NFL in rushing with an even 800 yards through 8 games. That's nearly 200 more than Zeke Elliott in 2nd place.
Elroy Crazy Legs Hirsch, Tom Fears catching passes from Norm Van Brocklin and Bob Waterfield.
Going back in the past. A good pickup there, a 22.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun. Gone. And this one is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Mario Addison in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Rams taking the field here with that 8-0 record. Their most recent victory over Green Bay, 29-27. 8-0 for the second time in franchise history, CD. Do you know the other time?
1969, head coach George Allen. The Rams went 11-3 that year.
They did indeed. And Jared Goff, if you're talking about that 8-0 record, one of only 2 quarterbacks under the age of 25 in the Super Bowl era to lead their team to an 8-0 start. And his hand is up in the air, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know who that other quarterback is?
Dan Marino with the Miami Dolphins.
You're 2 for 2. You rarely miss. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Gurley again here on 1st down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Look at the Carolina Panthers coming back onto the field. This is a unit, Charles, that feels very comfortable in uptown Charlotte. They got their 9th straight win at home last week when they took care of Baltimore 36-21. And Cam Newton did his thing, and the Panthers now 5-2.
Yeah, and they took down the #1 defense in the NFL in terms of yards per game allowed in the Baltimore Ravens. And Cam Newton, quietly, I think is having his best season since his MVP year of 2015. Now 6 straight games with at least 2 touchdown passes, and you always have to defend him in the run game as well. This Carolina offense is starting to perk on all cylinders.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Newton. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. To throw is Newton. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Now Newton. A quick hitter complete. It's Smith. The 20. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On first down, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Newton now to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's third down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's got some space here. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, if you bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now Goff on first down. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And that one results in 35 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Back to throw, gone. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Goff on third and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks from 10 yards out. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Newton on first down. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Come on now. 20. Set, buddy.
On first down, it's Newton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw on second down is Newton. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Newton. Going for it all. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
On first down, it's gone. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. second down, McCaffrey. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On the catch, it's Jared's right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Off play action. Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a first down.
It was funny during the draft process. Someone said to me, well, whoever takes Christian McCaffrey, as it turned out it was Carolina, how are they going to use him? Is he going to be an every down back? Is he going to be a third down guy? They're going to use him in the slot? What are they going to do with him? And I just said, yes.
All of that.
No doubt about it. This kid can do it all.
And he did a nice job there out of the backfield to pick up the first. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And a short gain here down to the 22. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. The open man is Smith. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Line of scrimmage, again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one that was denied.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. A shotgun snap for Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Gano out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A gain of 39 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A shotgun snap for Gone. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Goff now looks to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Super 66. Go.
On first down, Gone. Staying up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Julius Peppers in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on third down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come up in an offset eye, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start the drive here with an end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch the twitch.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Newton. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pick up there, 26 yards. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Newton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Dante Fowler. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They fake the give. Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. waiting from the gun. Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Time for a break. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. We're back to see what happens after this. Goff now looking to throw. And this is caught. And it's a three-point game. So that effort gives him a three-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Now on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Five.
Goff. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. Yeah. Wake up, the cake up, raise up, or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you, right now on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the right for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the right flag, they forfeiting it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Whip it, shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it all. Quarterback got range if you block them all. Quarterback
did an option instead of that. Duck goose linebacker coming through. Yeah, hit him with the spin of the Jew. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossibly. Red zone, this my house like my property. Do a quarterback sneakers on 4th and 3. Get the ends on the offensive block for me. I stiff him down, get off of me. I'm trucking them over, he under me. Back ends, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fast, they sleep again. We wake them up, the champs is in. Champion, we want back ends, wipe my sins, wipe it. They can't win, No new friends, Football fast, they sleep again. We wake them up, the champs is in.
I just hike the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm tryna get in. Open the playbook, the book of the champion. Get flipped if you tryna get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long, on 1st and the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta get on. No loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plans. Look at your stance and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fast, they sleep again. We wake them up, the champs is in. Champion, we want back ends, wipe my sins, wipe it. They can't win, No new friends, Football fast, they sleep again. We wake them up, the champs is in. Yeah.
Thicker the bag. Mean I'm a buying, at least in no beamer. I'm buying no gun, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and I'm way up and made it. The is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. I ain't holding around. Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for a doubt. She don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane. Asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. What we gon' laugh? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow, Joe, kill, mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snicker bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. All in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
What's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check-in to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with a. Get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my. Zip the back that like a pogo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they. Going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a. Like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the. Got in the. Gently. Ain't being friends with these. When I was down out of so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm out like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you. Rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap, got a big band, it's like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with a no, it's top
I got
notch.
that check-in to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I died. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get fuck you with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. Derek ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a dub for a verse. I do it for FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that check-in to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
Okay, you bubbling. Look, yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booger bugging me. Just see the bag, quit all that jaw jackery.